On a journey to the most extreme destination in the cosmos. Yeah, see, this isn't just about gravity. We're talking about watching the fundamental laws of the universe just unravel right before your very eyes.
So I want you to imagine you're the astronaut. This is your mission, your final voyage. What would you actually experience moment by moment as you plunge into that abyss? We're going to explore the view from your cockpit, what happens to your body, what your crew would see as they watch you disappear forever, and of course, the big one. Is there any way back? The fall begins now. Okay, so your journey starts millions of kilometers away, but even from here, your destination just dominates the view. And before we get any closer, we have to understand exactly what it is we're falling towards. See, a black hole isn't really a hole at all. It's an object of almost unimaginable density. Try to picture this. A star, millions of times the mass of our sun, crushed down into a space smaller than our entire solar system. That's what creates a gravity well so incredibly deep that the very fabric of the universe has no choice but to bend around it. As you get closer, this is where the real strangeness begins. That familiar backdrop of stars, it starts to warp, almost like you're looking through a giant cosmic magnifying glass. Suddenly, the laws of physics aren't just equations in a textbook anymore. No, they're the terrifying new landscape right outside your window. And this is the first major landmark on our descent, the accretion disk. It's a total maelstrom of gas, dust, and the literal remains of shredded stars, all of it superheated to millions of degrees as it spirals toward the edge. You could think of this glowing disk as the last lighthouse before an eternal night. And here, one of the most, mind-bending effects of gravity becomes visible. The black hole's pull is so intense that it's warping the very fabric of space and time. You're actually seeing light from stars that are behind the black hole with their light bent around it, creating these strange glowing rings. The sky, it isn't a simple map anymore. It's a totally distorted canvas. Now, as your ship accelerates, getting closer and closer to the speed of light, another really bizarre effect takes hold. All the light from the stars and that glowing disk in your direction of travel gets amplified. It all appears brighter, bluer, and whiter, as if the entire universe is focusing all of its energy into a single, blinding point right in front of you. We are now approaching it, the most famous boundary in all of physics. A line that, once you cross it, seals your fate forever. You see, the event horizon is not a wall you crash into. It's a completely invisible threshold. Imagine a river that suddenly turns into a waterfall. Before the drop, you can still swim away. But once you pass the edge, the current is too fast, and there's no going back. While here, the current is space-time itself flowing inward faster than light. And this is where reality truly splits in two. For you, the astronaut, nothing special seems to happen as you cross that invisible line. You just fall. But for your crewmates watching from a safe distance, a completely different story unfolds. Because of the extreme gravity, they'd watch your ship slow down, its light shifting to red, until you appear to just freeze in place at the edge of the horizon, slowly fading from view over an eternity. You're in two realities at once. For them, you are a ghost on the edge of eternity. For you, the fall continues. It's just mind-blowing stuff. And by the way, if you enjoy this kind of anime documentary content, please support me with a like and a follow. It really helps me stay motivated to keep creating. So, you've crossed the line. You are now cut off from the rest of the universe. No message can get out. No rescue is possible. What happens in the final moments? Now, this might sound completely insane, but trust me, there's a very good reason for this advice. The choice is between a terrifying end and a far more violent one. Yeah, this is the gruesome fate that awaits. With a smaller, stellar mass black hole, the tidal forces are so extreme, even outside the event horizon, that the gravity pulling on your feet would be so much stronger than the gravity on your head that you'd be stretched into a thin stream of atoms before you even got inside. But with a supermassive black hole, like the one at the center of our galaxy, the tidal forces at the horizon are much gentler. You get to fall inside whole. For a little while, at least. This is how long you have left, 12.8 seconds. From the moment you cross the event horizon of a supermassive black hole, that is all the time it takes to reach the center, a point called the singularity, where our understanding of physics just ceases to exist. Your journey, your entire existence, ends in an instant. Okay, so our thought experiment has reached its inevitable end.
But black holes themselves are very real, and honestly, they are surrounded by as much fiction as fact. It's time we separate the two. All right, two big myths need to be busted right now. First, they are not portals. All known physics says that anything that goes in is crushed at the singularity. End of story. Second, they are not cosmic vacuum cleaners. From a safe distance, their gravity is just like any other object of the same mass. If we replaced our sun with a black hole of the same mass, Earth would get very, very cold, but it would keep orbiting just fine. So if we can't see them, how do we even know they're out there? Well, we basically hunt for their footprints. We track stars orbiting some invisible phantom. We detect the searing X-rays from superheated accretion disks. We can even feel the faint ripples in spacetime itself when two of them collide. And most amazingly, we have now captured a direct image of a black hole shadow, proving their existence beyond all doubt. And so our journey into the black hole must come to an end here, at the very edge of what we can know and what we can only imagine. You know, it just reminds us that the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. Black holes prove that our everyday intuition is built for a tiny, quiet corner of the cosmos. Out there, where stars die and space itself can end, the rules are profoundly, terrifyingly different. So, let me know in the comments. After all this, would you rather see a black hole from far away, or would you prefer to never go anywhere near one?